Hey everybody, Max Aita here, and I'm going to teach
Owen
how to do a power clean. So first couple of steps we do when we're teaching someone anything is, obviously we want to know if he's got any experience doing it, because that would make my job a lot easier. So going to find out kind of what his experience level is with the clean, and then kind of do a little assessment to see what his mobility and anything that might be limiting, he's got injuries, anything like that, and then kind of piece together the technique. We'll just use a simple teaching progression that I've used, that we use with lots of beginners, so that he can kind of grasp this, and then has a couple of steps he can work on. If he works on each one of those steps, he'll eventually get to the clean. But if it's the first day here and he can only get through step 1 or 2, and that's as far as we go, we just leave it there and he works on that until he gets to the next step. So first thing I want to do is ask him, what's your experience level with the clean? Like, what have you done? And do you have any injuries or anything like that that limits you?
No major injuries right now. I've been cleaning for about 1 day.
Nice. Perfect amount of experience.
Yeah, we've got I got a few tips on how to do the clean, just kind of the basic, like, keep it straight up as soon as you pull your knees, push them back in, and I know how to kind of land it on shoulder, collarbone, neck, but that's pretty much it.
Cool. Let's do this. Let's just see what it looks like, and then we'll make some jokes about you, and then we'll come back and make it better. So show me what you've learned in your 1 day of experience, and then we'll kind of build from there.
All right.
So
should I just do one?
Yeah, just grab the ball. It's actually, you're warmed up, I assume, so we'll do a couple of just cleans. Just show me, and then I kind of want to get an idea of how you move. Okay, so let's put it down. Super basic level. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We gotta learn, the first thing is where to grab the bar, and then how to catch the bar in the front squat. So you can grab the bar again where you were, and then what we do is put the bar on your shoulders. So grab the bar, get your elbows up all the way around. So this is the front rack that we want to be in, right? Ideally, we want to have our hands wrapped all the way around the bar, so your fingertips wrapped all the way around if you can. It's probably not going to be comfortable yet or perfect there in the beginning. As time goes on, you work on this flexibility in your off days, or when you're not, doing the lifts, you can practice flexibility. You can have somebody come here and give you some gentle pushing this way, push your hips back a little bit, so you can kind of work on getting a little more flexible, right? And then let's lower the bar so you don't, you're not in pain. The thing we want to do is work on your front rack, make sure it's comfortable to actually catch the bar on your shoulders, and then work on doing front squats so you can actually get comfortable in what the bottom position's like. Let's grab the bar again, but let's move your grip in a little bit. No, not quite that far. Grab it just on the, so you're even with some of the knurling exposed. That's perfect right there. Okay, and then stand up to the deadlift. Just stand all the way up. Yeah, right there. So from here, we're gonna move into the first position. What we're gonna do is bring our feet in line, right? Keep them about hip width apart. Body straight up and down. We're gonna bend our knees just a little bit, okay? That's perfect. And we're gonna do what's called a muscle clean. So all you're gonna do is from this position, you're gonna drive through your legs, bring your elbows up high, and then turn your hands over and rack the bar on your chest. It doesn't have to be super fast. Focus on the movement of drive with the legs, finish with the arms, turn your elbows, okay? Yep, good. Elbows higher, a little bit higher, good. Let's do it again. We're gonna do this like a few times so you get a little more comfortable, a little more smooth. So before you go, stand up all the way, reset, bend your knees, and then go. Drive with the legs, elbows around, good. Hit the elbows a little higher, good. Just do 2 more. So stand up straight first, yep, bend the knees, good, and drive. Good, elbows up a little higher. Let's do this, move your feet just a little wider so you're more stable. Good, and then 1 more time. So bend the knees, good, elbows up, good, and then put it down. Give your wrists a little bit of a break. The reason you do muscle clean first is we want to learn what it's like, what it feels like to actually control the bar with our arms in the upper portion of the lift. If you just kind of jump with your legs and the bar swings out here, it's going to be really hard to catch it on your shoulders. So you want to be really comfortable with that bar moving close to your body, elbows moving up, and then racking it.
When we're doing the muscle clean, where should most of the muscle tension be felt?
You're not going to feel a lot of tension. It's kind of like running or throwing, right? You don't feel tension when you run or throw. You have an intent. What you're trying to do is move from here to there or throw the object at a target. So that's the kind of like preparation you want to feel. You want to think about the bar is going to land on my shoulders. I'm going to drive from my legs and receive it in that position.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's do the next step here. This is going to be very similar to what you just did. We're going to do a muscle clean again, and then we're going to do just a couple of front squats to warm up your legs. Okay, so you pick up the bar, same grip every single time. Stand up, back flat, body straight, bend the knee, and then muscle clean. Good, elbows up. Keep your weight in the middle of your foot there. Get your elbows up a little higher and then squat down to maximum depth. Okay. Do 1 more, yeah, that's all right. So when we squat, we want to try and keep the elbows high. Keep your body weight in the middle of your foot. You should feel your big toe and your heel on the ground at the same time, okay?
Yeah, so when I'm first starting off in this position, would you say, is it more important to get the full like fingers around the bar or get the elbows as high as possible?
Let's get the elbows high, because if the fingers are around, the elbows are low, it'll roll forward on you, okay? Good. Let's do 2 more just to kind of loosen up a bit. We're only going to do power cleans today, but we still want to make sure you can actually catch it in the bottom if something happens like that. Okay, cool. Let's lower it. The next step we're going to do is kind of add this ballistic component. We're going to basically drive with our legs. We're going to jump and catch the bar on our chest. You've already put the bar here in the muscle clean with your arms. We want to add a little bit of speed to this. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to lower the bar to your mid-thigh. You're going to drive with the legs again, but then you're going to jump under the bar and catch it. So it's going to look like this. You're going to be here. You're going to drive up, catch it, feet stomping at the same time your elbows rack the bar. Doesn't have to be super fast. Let's work on just generally getting the movement right. So from here, feet under the hips. Good. Bend the knees. Bring the bar up a little bit higher. There you go. All we're going to do is drive from the legs, catch with the arms. Okay? Better. Elbows up a little. That's not bad. Good. Let's look at the feet. We want to try to not jump out super wide. Let's try another one. So feet under your hips. Good. Get set. Bend the knees a little bit. Good. Drive and catch. So on that one, you see how you picked it up with your arms, lifted your arms first. Let's try again. This time think about legs, then arms, right? Legs first, arms second. Take your time. Good. It's all right, it's all right.
Can I see how it looks like from you first?
So he's going to bend his knees. He's going to jump and catch.
Okay.
Just like that. All right, so feet under the hips. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to jump, and we're going to rack the bar on our shoulders. Go. Good. That's good. Take your time. Take your time. Elbows up. Bring your feet together and recover. And then let's do another rest. Same thing. Hands around the bar. Get set. Bend the knees. Look forward. Oop. Yeah. What'd you do on that one?
Use my arms
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah. Legs first. So easy. It's not super heavy, so the empty bar is almost like harder to do the lift properly because you have no feedback. Once you get to the point where you're actually practicing the movements, it does help to have a little bit of weight on the bar so you can get some feedback from it. Try one more time.
So it should be good.
Yep. This. Well, so just from the middle of the thigh. So stand up, yeah. Bend the knees, bring the bar up, so your mid-thigh. There you go. Drive from there first. A little better.
Yeah, I went a little
Yeah.
high. I
Let's
feel like
try.
I'm almost overthinking it.
Yes, you are. It's one simple motion, right? You're gonna catch the bar here, and it starts here. So the first thing you do, all you're gonna do is drive and land, right? Similar to that, yeah, but what you're doing is coming up here, pulling, and trying to keep tension against it, pull. The bar is going to become airborne when you explode, so when you're here, you're going to drive off the ground, and then when you actually catch it, the bar's in motion on the way up. So you're not going to be able to go slow and pull on it. You want to basically have a jump and a catch, okay?
Do you think it'd be better to throw some 25s on?
Yeah, we can put little weights on. That might be a little heavy and mess you up, but yeah. What's the smallest you got?
I have 5s, 10s.
Yep. Get in the start position. We're going to bend our knees just a little. Body stays up and upright. Yeah. From here, you're going to drive from the legs first. Turn the bar over the arms second. Okay. Better. Put it down. That's good. One more. Same thing. So bring your feet together again. Bend your knees. Your torso stays vertical. Just keep your eyes forward. We're going to drive from the legs, then move with the hands. Good. Not bad. And put it down. What we want to do is now kind of work on this stuff, right? Before we work to the ground. Things are going to get more and more complex as you lower the bar. Once the bar gets past your knee, then you got to start working on what your knees and legs do in the start position and as you pull. With this, we want to do is kind of perfect this. Because if you can catch the bar with a lot of confidence and you're comfortable, it's easier to start building the rest of the lift out. But until you get to that point where it feels really comfortable and confident for you to go and catch it like this with speed and accuracy, working on the rest of the lift's not going to help because you're just going to get more stuff that gets in the way to think about. So we'll kind of stay here and work on these things for now. Okay, let's try again. So same thing. 2 things, right? Bring your feet in line where they belong. Back straight, bend the knees. Drive from the legs first. Good. One more. The thing we want to work on here when we catch it, get your elbows a little higher when you catch it. You want to think about the timing of that. It's hands and feet together. Right? It's not land and then move your feet. and it's not catch, it's hands and feet together, right? When my feet hit the ground, the bar hits my shoulders. Much better timing, yeah. We'll work on your timing, right? The key now is just getting you comfortable in that, like we said, comfortable in the start position, comfortable with where you belong when you catch the bar, and then you can build off that. I don't want to say like 50 different things because you're going to get really confused. It's really more a matter of like, can you get the tempo and be comfortable with what it's like to actually catch a weight on your shoulders versus heaving it up or just kind of levering it onto your shoulders. We want to work on slowly building that up so your confidence comes along as your skill comes along. Then it's easier to actually like throw in more complex stuff.
So this is kind of where most beginners, if you're like just getting in, you're going to want to spend a bunch of time in this position.
When we progress from this step to the next step, we do that when this step looks good. When we say, hey, this step is easy for you, you get it, you're doing every part of it pretty right, then we can move to the next step. If we try to go to the next step too soon, then you're working on correcting this piece and building a new thing. And then the skill just gets kind of muddled and you've got too many different things going on all at once. Take it slowly, incrementally, you'll progress faster that way than if we go, all right, let's just start from the ground and just go everything all at once and learn, trial by fire. On this one, when you catch the bar, make sure you catch it. Don't let your hips come forward, right? So your hips should be back like you're doing a squat, a half squat. Same thing, feet under your hips, get set. Good. Do one more. See on that one, you kind of lean back when you caught it. We want to catch it with our hips and butt back just a tiny bit. Yep, good. Oh, that one was terrible.
A lot of arms.
Yeah. Get set. Bend the knees. Bar there. Good. A little better, yeah. It's the same thing. We just want to work at those couple points, right? You're doing a better job than you were when we started as far as like getting set the same way every time. You're not kind of just leaning over, you're getting to the right position. So that's getting better. And then you're also getting a little bit better about actually racking it at the same time your feet hit the ground. But now we want to start to work on catching in a little bit better position. Instead of catching with your hips forward like this, we want to catch with our hips back so our back is in a stable, safe position. So yeah, so when you jump into the position, show me. Yep. But when you land, stick your hips back a tiny bit, not quite that much, just a little bit. Push your knees out a little bit, and then chest up and elbows up, like this, right? Kind of like if you move your hands down, like an athletic stance, right? Where you're kind of ready to do something. So we want to receive the bar like this, not necessarily here. Okay. Take your time, feet under hips, bend the knees, good, and go. Better, yeah, better. Much more comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Let's do one more and try to catch it with your hips back just a tiny bit more. Take your time, bend the knees. Good. Good, that's getting better. A little bit, you kind of pull with your arms early on that one, but fix that and we'll be doing better.
We'll go one more.
Good, it's improving. When you're coaching beginner or anybody like really new, the key, in my opinion, is like you want to work on just getting the concept down. Like you have to understand what you're trying to do. So if you understand now, okay, like, and 30 minutes ago I didn't know exactly how to catch the bar or how to pull it, that's our first step, getting you comfortable with what the idea of doing a power clean is. Second step is getting your positions proper so that you're actually in the right spot when you pull, you're in the right spot when you catch the bar. You got better at that today. And then the final piece is, perfecting it and starting to add weight and start to make it more difficult and actually develop it. But that takes, a little bit of time. So beginners should be like, you really want to focus on just like, what's the one victory I can get today? And that's, what's the concept? How do I teach you kind of what a power clean is and exactly how to do it? And then from there, we build on that slowly.
That was how to get the beginning steps of the power clean done with Olympic lifter Max Aita. Max, if anyone wants to find you, find your content, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, max_Aita, or you can find me on weightlifting.ai, our app, or the weightlifting.ai YouTube channel.
Awesome. I'm Owen Carr, 3 R's on Instagram. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Catch y'all later.